Hello, everybody. Michael here from Kids Are Talking. I'm backstage at our virtual studio, and got Dr. Don here. We're gonna just give you a little bit of information about the next show that's coming up tomorrow night at 7.
Hey, Mike, I like your new technology.
Oh, thanks.
It's really cool. I mean, you came up with that. It's just so much better.
Yeah. Well, listen. Now we can, really. I think it's a better way to communicate to the kids and to communicate, to the audience. I think we need to get a balanced view with everything.
Well, you're right. You're right here with me now. You're not in the background.
I felt a little bit removed, so it's good to be back up on stage.
Good timing, because this is a big one again. Another show that, I don't know, we're picking some tough topics, but it's legal now. Start again, by the way. Can you start over?
We can't. We're live.
Oh, we're live. All right.
We're live. We got to.
All right. I'm itching. I'm sorry. I'm itching. It must be the heat.
Oh, that's okay.
All right. So there you go. Big show. Marijuana. Not called marijuana, I understand, anymore. It's now called weed. It's not cool to say marijuana anymore, apparently.
Yeah, I
guess.
Language.
Back to the language.
I think it's cannabis and weed. I guess that's the two terms.
Well, guess what? It's legal in Connecticut as of July 1st. So,
but not for kids. That's the thing. It's not legal for kids.
Well, it's legal if you're 21.
That's true.
How do you define what a kid is, Mike? We're not really doing a very good job of trying to define that, are we?
We're breaking the boundaries of what kids are.
Yeah, I think kids are they're beyond what we normally think of as kids, right?
Absolutely, absolutely.
So, but you make a good point. How are the younger kids that are not 21 going to be dealing with the fact that now at 21, it's like the days of alcohol. Now you can get high and smoke and have weed, not marijuana. How is that going to affect younger kids?
It's more accessible.
More accessible, and we're going to have some amazing kids on, right?
Yes, we have kids from all over the country.
All over the country.
I think we got Connecticut and Georgia being represented on tomorrow's show.
And actually, we have a real surprise, because Niles last week, who was our trans man, his brother's coming on.
Oh.
And what's really cool about him is that he's going to fill in some of the history as to the journey of the family and what they went through, because he had his own issues with our subject matter that came out during the time that Niles came out. So, although we didn't get to that last week because it looked like we could have gone on for 3 more hours, but we're trying to have better limits here, right, Mike? We're going to figure that we'll get that story out of Max tomorrow night.
Yeah, I think we keep it in the hour or close to the hour, and if we break out and we have more that needs to be covered, we can always have a second show like we did with the first show on eating disorders and body image. We needed to get farther in, so it takes longer, but. Well, there's a lot of information that has to get covered.
It is tough because these subjects, like I said, we're picking some tough ones, and this one is basically big time substance abuse in the time of COVID, and everything can be in the time of COVID, because we're going to look at how the substance abuse culture has been affected during COVID, before COVID, and where we're going, because it's also July 4th, and where are teens going now? Where's their future, and how does all this play into their future?
Listen, talk about I don't know. I'm excited to hear what the kids have to say. I mean, it's a tough topic, because obviously abuse of substances is different from enjoying things recreationally. So we'll have to see what the kids have on their mind tomorrow, I guess.
Well, Leighton's coming on, and Leighton is an expert on this subject. He is somebody who will talk about the complexity. We're not just talking about weed. We're talking about all kinds of things. We're talking about nicotine, putting pot and candy and chewing gum, and doing all kinds of things. Lawsuits now against nicotine companies, vaping.
Mm-hmm.
So this subject is very broad. So tomorrow night, tune in, because if you thought last week's show had a lot to learn from, we have a lot to learn next week. This week, next week, and every week forward. But tomorrow night, really a lot to learn.
Yes, I don't think that we're going to ever be short of learning on this show, because that's why we're here. That's why we're here to hear perspectives and learn about what we don't know.
And more language to learn about, because I'm still learning, and everybody else, about the language even of substance abuse and what that is. Just like we were learning last week about the language of the gay community. Now we have to learn the language of substance abuse and what that really means in this country. So I think we're ready to go.
I'm ready. So yeah, everyone that's watching tomorrow at 7 Eastern and 4 Pacific, we'll be on Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube as always. We welcome your questions, your thoughts, your comments, concerns, and we will see you then. This is Kids Are Talking.
One more thing. I'm going to interrupt you. One more thing.
What is that?
If you've missed a show, they're all on YouTube, and they're all on our website and Facebook page.
That's correct. Yeah, you can always check out our website, kidsaretalking.live, and you can catch all the older episodes. We started pulling out some things from the archives that are applicable to what's talking about now. And it's funny because I listened to the old show from 2000, and there was a lot of parallels to what the LGBTQ community is talking about today. So.
Well, now you can say goodbye. I'll let you say goodbye.
Well, before we say goodbye, I just want to also say thank you to our sponsors, Paradigm Financial Partners and M&D Properties. So we appreciate all their support. And I guess until then, we'll see you tomorrow night on Kids Are Talking with Dr. Don.
See you tomorrow night.